Amen.
Please remain standing and join us as we honor the flag of this great nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And welcome to the Planning Commission meeting. Have the roll call, please.
Chairman Bose,
Here.
Vice Chairperson Harvey,
Present.
Commissioner Burden,
Present.
Commissioner Derryberry,
Present.
Commissioner Moore,
Present.
Commissioner Tufts,
Present.
and Commissioner Underwood is absent. We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. I understand Commissioner Underwood is still recuperating. However, we expect her back next month. If any person would like to address the commission on any agendized item, you're requested to complete a speaker's card and bring it up here to my left, your right, for the recording secretary so we can keep track of who you are and what item you wish to speak on. When that item is called, then you'll have an opportunity to address the commission, typically for 3 minutes. However, if the applicant wishes to make a presentation, we provide sufficient time for them to explain their project. The way it works is the item is called, staff gives us a report, we listen to our own conversation if we have any, and then we ask those in the audience who wish to speak to come forward and speak. And then we deliberate, and then we vote. So our first action item tonight are the minutes of the regular meeting of January 22nd, 2024. May I have a motion, please?
I'll put forward the motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting of January 22nd, 2024.
Thank you. Second, please.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any further comments, questions? All right, please vote. Motion passes 5 with 1 absent and 1 abstention. Commissioner Moore. Next, so we have 3 new public hearings tonight. The first new public hearing is on conditional use permit number 23-012. So without objection, the public hearing is open on this matter. Our presenter tonight is Ms. Swain.
Good evening, Chairman Vos and members of the Planning Commission. Before you this evening is conditional use permit number 23-012 for the construction and operation of a 250 megawatt battery storage facility. The project site encompasses 9.7 gross acres on the south side of Avenue J at approximately 92nd Street West. Immediately to the west of the project site is the Antelope substation, along with other alternative energy uses further to the west. Del Sur Gardens is located at the southwest corner of Avenue J and 90th Street West, and a single-family residence is located along 90th Street West, just north of the project site. The project consists of the construction of individual battery storage enclosures similar in appearance to a cargo container, with batteries installed within each enclosure. Each enclosure would be temperature controlled and contain its own fire suppression system. A drainage basin would be located in the area closest to Avenue J, followed by the electrical equipment and office trailer, and then the battery enclosures from the middle to the southern portion of the project site. The perimeter of the property would be fenced with an 8-foot fence, and perimeter landscaping would be installed along Avenue J. However, the conditions of approval provide flexibility that would allow the fence to go up to a maximum height of 10 feet. In the event that the fence exceeds 8 feet, additional and enhanced landscaping would be required to screen the project site. Access to the project site would be provided from paved driveways on Avenue J. All access roads within the facility would be 90% compacted, all-weather dirt roads in accordance with fire department standards. Additionally, a 10,000-gallon water tank would be located near the entrance. Staff is recommending Planning Commission adopt Resolution Number 2405, approving conditional use permit 23-012. Staff and the applicant are available to answer any questions.
I just have one comment, Ms. Swain. Thank you for acknowledging and making eye contact when you mentioned the fire suppression system, because you know, when these projects get in front of us, I'm probably the number one person that speaks up and asks about that, because that has been an issue that's been raised by the public. So thank you for highlighting that.
You're very welcome.
All right. For the record, we did receive communication on this from it looks like Mr. and Mrs. DePaul sent you an email relative to their question about the proposed project.
Yeah, so they sent an email. You also had comment letters in your packets from another property owner in the vicinity, along with Caltrans and the Air District.
All right. All right, anything to add? Does the applicant want to talk to us tonight? Is the applicant even here?
The applicant team is here, and if you have specific questions, they are
I
available.
do.
They are available and ready to answer them for you.
Well, I have questions related to the site plan, so whomever their expert on that matter is, maybe they could zip up here and tell us who they are, and we'll have a little meet and greet. Evening, I'm Jim, you are?
I am Mark Turner. I'm with a company called Terrigen.
Very good, thank you. Questions on two items. On your site plan on, I think it's C10, or at least on the design plan, and I can't tell from that screen if that's what we're looking at. At any rate, there's a reference to that temporary facility for office use, and it has a toilet facility in it and that sort of thing. You have what's noted on the plan as a, I'm trying to read it here, my own notes here, a temporary tank for waste product, and then you also have potable water tank on site for the restroom facility, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So I need to ask the city engineer if, I don't recall us ever having one of those before, but a lot of things are new.
Okay.
So is that,
I believe that everything we've proposed on the site, you know, that is in compliance with the city code. I would have to defer to your city engineer.
So,
I think we've designed everything pursuant to the city, in coordination with the city, though.
okay,
Chairman Vos, this would operate the same way that the one that we approved last June would. It would either be a septic system or a compostable toilet, since there are no sewers and water lines out here.
but if it's a on-site system, you've got to deal with Lahontan and the rest of it, and none of that's in the staff report that I could see.
Septic systems typically get approved by LA County Public Health.
Yes, they do. However, you still need a clearance from Lahontan for on-site septic. You know, a temporary tank that has to be pumped periodically, and it's of adequate size based on the potential workload of the staff that comes in and so forth. That, based on the staff report, it doesn't appear like there's going to be a whole lot of folks out there other than,
No.
what is it, bi-weekly, bi-monthly maintenance on the site, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's
Something
temporarily
like that.
staffed. That's correct.
Okay, very good. Fire suppression. What is the system?
The system? So the system, it depends on the technology that's selected at the time. Right now, we don't know which manufacturer we will select for the project ultimately. But what is important to understand is that whatever technology we do select, the design, the construction, its operation, all of that will be done consistent with the California Fire Code. And we'll go to, in this instance, LA County Fire Department and get a fire permit from them that demonstrates that consistency,
So
shows
if you
all
were
the
building
standards.
it today,
What's that now?
what system would you use?
The system, we will use one of the various manufacturers that are available in the market today that are consistent with the California Fire Code. We don't know today which technology, which manufacturer we will use. It could be one of several, but all of them have already, will very likely already have a system in California, but it will be UL certified system and compliant with that California Fire Code that I mentioned to you.
How do they work?
The fire suppression systems,
Yeah,
each and every one can be different. Sometimes it is a passive system where the design of the system is, materials and distances, separations that control the fire within the system. But again, and I'm not a fire expert. I did bring a fire expert with me today if you want to have some more details on it. But the important thing to understand is each and every system that we do have, it is tested and certified and proven to be consistent with the fire code so that it works and keeps the operators, first responders, and the any local neighbors safe.
okay.
Okay.
You have an on-site, 30,000 gallon storage tank for the potential fire suppression for vegetation, I'm assuming, right?
The 30,000 gallon tank is there for addressing any fire that potentially could occur on the site.
However, you wouldn't be interacting with that tank with the battery storage facility, would you?
Very likely, that's not what the water's for. The water's not to address that particular fire. It's to control any, perhaps any structures near that. If there was an enclosure that did catch fire, it addresses and protects, the first responders will use it to ensure that there's no propagation of the fire to another enclosure.
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else? Comments? Thank you.
Okay.
All right, do we have speakers on this?
We have one speaker card. It's Mitch Klein with IBEW.
Mr. Klein, good evening.
Good evening.
Long time no talk. How you been?
Sorry about. I'm trying to hang in there.
Okay,
Getting old. I'm falling apart.
tell me about it.
Honorable Commissioners, thank you. My name is Mitch Klein. I'm a business representative for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. And what this project means to us is jobs. So again, we're back, and this a job like this is high tech. It provides good jobs, not only for my members, and I speak for the building trades and IBEW. But it also creates an avenue to bring people in that need jobs, whether the veterans, at-risk kids, whatever it might take. Someone needs a job, we give them careers. And that's what this is about. And this is just another project that will help us and help the people of the community. We keep it local hire, so there's no outside forces coming in, doing the work, and then leaving with the money. We have the people here that are on these projects. They live here. The kids go to school here. We shop here, and we keep it in-house. So that's what this means. It's good. It's good for us. It's good for the community. It's a win-win. So
Very good.
thank you very
Well,
much.
thank you. Good to see you tonight.
Thank you.
Nothing, no further speakers?
further speakers.
All right, then. Anything further from staff?
No, sir.
Nope. Members? All right, without objection, we'll close the public hearing, consider a motion.
I move to adopt resolution number 24-05, approving conditional use permit number 23-012 to allow for the construction and operation of a 250-megawatt battery energy storage system facility on 9.7 acres in the RR 2.5 residential minimum lot size 2.5 acres zone located on the south side of Avenue J of approximately 92nd Street West, APN 3203-034-004, adopting the initial study mitigated negative declaration, SCH 2024-010-699, approving the mitigation monitoring and reporting program and authorizing staff to execute and file the notice of determination.
Thank you.
I second.
Thank you. Anything further? Please vote. Motion passes 6 with 1 absent. Project's approved, and good luck with it. All right, the next item, item number 3, is a public hearing on tentative tract map number 62321, 22-015. So without objection, the public hearing is open on this item. Ms. Swain, we do have a letter for the record from the applicant indicating they accept the conditions as proposed.
Correct. Chairman Vos and members of the Planning Commission, before you this evening is tentative tract map number 62321 for the subdivision of 20 gross acres into 78 single-family residential lots in the R7000 zone. The project site is located at the northeast corner of Lancaster Boulevard and 25th Street East and is predominantly surrounded by existing residential subdivisions with a vacant lot located immediately to the east of the project site. The proposed project would subdivide the subject property into 78 single-family lots ranging in size from 7,020 square feet to 11,809 square feet. Access to the subdivision would be from Lancaster Boulevard and 25th Street East. All streets within the subdivision would be public. A perimeter block wall would be located along both 25th Street East and Lancaster Boulevard with landscaping and pedestrian amenities such as sidewalks. Staff is recommending the Planning Commission adopt resolution number 2406, approving tentative tract map number approving tentative tract map 62321. Staff and the applicant are available to answer any questions.
Thank you. Questions or comments from members? All right. So you mentioned the streets are public rather than private in this project since it was previously designed and fits into the traffic pattern there?
It's public because it's considered an infill type project and all of the subdivisions surrounding it have public streets. So it made really no sense to make those private, and it causes
All
a
right, good.
maintenance problem for surrounding uses.
Thank you. All right, do we have speakers on this?
No, sir, no
No
speakers.
speakers then, all right. It'll be appropriate to close the public hearing now and consider a motion.
I'll put forward the motion to adopt resolution number 2406, approving tentative tract map number 62321, TTM 22-015, for the subdivision of approximately 20 gross acres into 78 single-family residential lots in the R7000 zone at the northeast corner of 25th Street East and Lancaster Boulevard. There's 5 APNs, all starting with 3150024, then -008, -009, -019, -020, and -021. Adopting the initial study mitigation, or mitigated negative declaration, SCH number 2024-010716, approving the mitigation monitoring and reporting program and authorizing staff to execute and file the notice of determination.
Thank you. Have a second?
I second.
Thank you. That was Commissioner Burden. You seconded? Okay, so I don't want to be the decision maker here between the young lady and the young man, so who should it be?
I'll give it to Burden. I intercepted, so I'll.
Oh, okay. All right. Commissioner Burden. All right. Anything further from anyone? All right, then please vote. Motion passes 6-0 with one absence, so the project's approved. Grow it out of the ground out there. I don't see Chris here tonight. It must be Mr. Little who's hiding over there. All right, the third item and last public hearing is tentative track map number 63137. It's a new public hearings, so without objection, the public hearing is open on this matter. Ms. Alvarado is the presenter tonight, and we're looking forward to hearing from you.
Good evening, Chairman Vose and members of the Planning Commission. This next item before you is tentative tract map 63137, which is to allow for the subdivision of 20 gross acres in 253 single-family residential lots in the R10,000 zone. The subject site is located at the northwest corner of 40th Street East and Avenue J. The lots would range in size from 10,000 square feet to 14,000 square feet. Access into the subdivision would be provided from Nugent Street off of 40th Street East. All streets within the subdivision would be private, and landscaping would be integrated along the perimeter of the subdivision within the front yards of all individual lots. Production homes for this tract would be reviewed at staff level against the Lancaster Municipal Code. With that, staff recommends to adopt resolution number 2402, approving tentative tract map 63137. Myself and the applicant are available for any questions you may have.
Very good, thank you. Members, any questions or comments? No? For the record, Mr. Hasid provided us with a letter indicating they agree with the proposed conditions on the project. Do we have speakers on this item?
No speaker cards.
No speakers, all right, thank you. So it would, anything further from staff? Nope? Okay, great, thanks. So the hearing, public hearing be closed without objection, and I'll consider a motion, please.
I move to adopt resolution number 24-02, approving tentative tract map number 63137 to allow for the subdivision of 20 gross acres into 53 single-family lots in the R10,000 zone located at the northwest corner of 40th Street East and Avenue J, APN 3150-029-025 and -026, and adopting a mitigated negative declaration.
Thank you. I second. Thank you. So it's been moved and seconded. Please vote.
Commissioner Burden?
There we go. Motion passes 6-0 with one absent. Project's approved. So that makes, I want to say, something like 5 projects we've approved in that quadrant from 25th to 40th along the East Avenue J corridor there. Some 250 to 300 houses. Great. We need them, build them. I know, all you can do is design them, you're not. Right. All right, very good. Well, thank you, and good luck with the project. All right. Ms. Garibay?
Couple of updates for you. We are joined by our new city engineer, Nick Godin. Nick, do you want to raise your hand or stand up? We are excited to have Nick on board. We were in the process of looking for a city engineer for quite some time. So we're very lucky to have Nick on board. He comes to us from, actually has a mixed background of both public and private sector, but most recently in the private sector. And I think it's going to be a wonderful partnership working with him. So like I said, we're excited to have him on board. Secondly, I know Jocelyn wants to provide an update on Parkway Village. You may see some information coming forward about Parkway Village. She's leading efforts with Kendall Brecky, another one of our planners, and doing some really exciting work there. So do you want to just give a quick?
Just a quick update. The notice of preparation for the draft DIR for the Parkway Village specific plan is being released tomorrow. It covers approximately 435 acres in the central portion of the city and will allow for the development of 750,000 square feet of commercial, over 4,200 residential units of a variety of different types, a hospital for Kaiser, medical facilities for Kaiser, a transit hub, parks, schools. So I will have Sandra send out the NOP to everybody tomorrow, just so that you have the maps and you're aware of it, but this is something that will be coming to you in the draft form and for final recommendation to council over the course of this year.
Very good. So we should see it, in June, July for the first hearing?
That's probably a good estimate, yes. It is something that needs to be approved this year. So.
All right, great, thank you.
And the last update, and I don't think it's really an update, but we just wanted to congratulate, and we are so excited for Vice Chair Harvey. And this is your last meeting. It's been such a pleasure working with you. We've worked together on the Planning Commission now for a couple months, but I've known you, I think my entire time working here at the city, and it really has been a pleasure. You've always been such a nice person and such an easy person to work with. So just for me personally, I'm very excited for you, and we'll definitely miss you. We got you some flowers and a card on behalf of our planning staff, just a little token of our appreciation for everything you've done for us, and we wish you the best. And I know Larissa will probably have some words to say too, so.
I am not excited. No, we are, it's bittersweet. We are excited for your next adventure, but we will absolutely miss you and just the value that you bring not only to this commission, but to this community. Your passion has been amazing since day one for me. It's been a lot longer for me than it has been, Patty. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with you, alongside you. And we are sad to see you go, but also very happy for your adventures. And please don't forget about us little people.
Thank you so much, Ms. De La Cruz. It's interesting because I feel as though this has been quite a journey for me. I've seen a lot of folks come and go. As Ms. Garibay mentioned, I remember when you started coming in and working with Jocelyn, Ms. Swain, and, of course, you, Ms. De La Cruz. And my pal over here, Jim and I don't know how many jobs we have with the city, but we've got a lot. We've had a lot. I think at one time I may have had maybe 3 or 4 different roles at one time, but it's been an honor to serve this amazing city under an amazing mayor, Mayor Paris. And I couldn't have asked for a better group, team to work with, to work alongside, and a staff to support us. We've had our great moments, children being born and that sort of thing, and we've had our sad moments, and I'll leave it there because if not, I'll be a mess, I'll be bawling. But I just wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to you all. I do appreciate everything. And I'll be looking in. You never know. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, we certainly appreciate you, and thank you for your friendship and all the years of service that you provided to this community. Not just this commission, but this community.
He's trying to shake me. He doesn't know that I'm going to be in his suitcase traveling with him, so.
Anyway,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
so tonight we do have the opportunity for public business from the floor. I don't know that we have any speakers on tonight? No speakers tonight? Okay. All right then, so we'll adjourn to our regular meeting of March 11th in honor of our vice chair, Ms. Harvey, who we will certainly miss. Her insight, her sense of humor, and her beauty, that's for sure. Her husband, John, and I had a brief conversation recently, and he shared with me how excited he is for her. He's already retired himself and from the same area of work. And hopefully they can travel and enjoy their, not golden years, they're hardly past young adults, for God's sake. So I don't know what you call that when you retire at a, when you're 36 or something. I don't know. I don't, it's not golden years, not even, what is it?
Pre-golden.
Pre-golden, okay. Well, all the best. We stand adjourned.